What is going on, guys? Enjoy Ocean or River here, bringing you guys another video. And in today's video, I have a topic that is pretty big around the community right now. This is more of a serious video, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start talking about it. And you probably already know from the title of this video, the question is, and that is COD dying? And I'm going to go ahead and start by talking about what everyone in the community is saying. The community is saying, okay, that's cool. Community is saying that COD is dead. And it's a dead dog that's been dead for a while. Call of Duty's just reskinning the games, and it's over. And I do not agree with this, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. One, esports is as big as it's ever been, and obviously I am not a pro player or anything. I'm a sniper, and I don't plan on being a pro player, but I'm just saying that I don't think that the pro community, the esport community for COD will die for a very long time, because it is at the highest that it has ever been. It's not just gonna fall off and die. Trust me, guys, they're losing a lot of people because of the future. This whole futuristic thing, that's the reason I'm back on MW2. Wanted to get my feet on the ground, get some good classic sniping in here. So that is why I'm playing MW2. So basically, I'm gonna go ahead and start talking about trick shotting, because that's what a majority of the people who watch my channel, I'd have to say, do. So trick shotting is definitely not as alive as it used to be. We needed Black Ops 3 to be a savior for the community, because it was dying. And I'm gonna say it wasn't a savior, but it was enough to keep the community going. Now, it wasn't too big though. Like, it wasn't an amazing, it's not an amazing game for trick shotting, because they made it so god awfully hard to hit. Now, I think if Black Ops 3 would have left it the same as the beta as far as no-scope accuracy goes, then it would be an amazing trick-shotting game. But this year, COD 2016, we have Infinity Ward making the game. Infinity Ward, they made this game I am playing. They know how to make a good. They're not retards. And do something stupid like pull out Ghost 2. And I think if they did another MW, Modern Warfare. Now, there's a small chance, because Modern Warfare, it was an amazing trilogy. Okay, it is amazing. And the only thing I see with them having a problem with making another one is they don't want to ruin the Modern Warfare reputation, because the Modern Warfare series are known as an amazing series. Probably the one of the second best series. Depends on who you ask. Some would say it's the first. It's basically between Black Ops and MW and Modern Warfare for which one is the best series. My opinion, it's very close, because my two favorite games are both in Modern Warfare and Black Ops. Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 2, they're basically a tie for me. The only thing I like about Modern Warfare is just so simple. Like, you don't have to pull out the craziest trick shots in the world or anything, especially not when this game first came out. And I think that's one of the reasons that people, alright, dude, fuck yeah. And back to what I was saying, one of the reasons I think the trick shotting community is not as alive is because I think trick shotting is, I think most people would agree with me, at its peak. Not as far as community and people doing it, but as far as goodness the trick shots can get. Like, back in the day, they used to do like 360 quick scopes, back in the first ill cams, this is what it was, kill cam. That's what it was, right? So obviously we've come a long way, and part of, the reason trick shotting was so big, I think, is because people were always doing new crazy things. Like, it started off just, being no scopes across the map and stuff. And then it went to like 360 land quick scopes, then 360 quick scopes in the air, and then SUIs and stuff. And it just kept expanding and expanding. But now, we're kind of at a peak where you're doing 1440s, 2400s, and like with jetpacks, insta swap, reload cancels, knacks, and it's like you can't get much better than what we're at. So I think that's one of the reasons that people don't really find it as fun anymore, because anything you do, it's like almost pretty much already been done by someone else. So that's just one of the reasons. Plus, like I said, BO3 needed to be our savior, and it wasn't a savior. It revived the COD community some, as a lot of people would call BO3 their favorite game. But what I'm saying is it didn't do amazing for the trickshotting community. It did, in a way, do good for the sniping community. I am in love with sniping on that game. I think what 2016 COD, because we've already had the tweets, they're already talking about it, hyping it up, starting. I think it might be jetpacks, guys, because if you haven't seen Birdman's video, I'll probably leave a link in the description of this, because he does a great job of explaining why he thinks Treyarch did it, jetpacks and AW, and how he thinks about COD 2016. It was a pretty good video, and I agree with him. I think that there's a pretty good chance that the next Infinity Ward game is going to be jetpack exo movements, and I feel like it's going to be the last one, because just go check out Birdman's video, because like I don't want to really be stealing his credit, because he was 100% the founder of this kind of idea. I'm not trying to take, you know, like saying I did it or anything. But so Treyarch and AW both had jetpacks, and there's no way that was just coincidental that they both thought of that. No, these companies met up and they thought that it was going to be the new thing to have jetpacks and all the Call of Duties. They thought the community would love it. They thought it would bring in a new way to play, because everyone was saying it was getting stale, which it did. It was innovative, just no one liked it. So from when they started developing these games, Treyarch, by the time they realized AW wasn't good, they had already been developing a game for 2 years, so there's no way that they're just gonna toss that and start from scratch to make one that doesn't have jetpacks. No, they have to follow through. Now, Infinity Ward, they were making a year's worth of jetpack movements before they realized the community hated it. Now, either they just are gonna they completely scratched it when they figured it out, which was like a month. So like they had like they were like a month and maybe a year and a few months into developing their game, and then they realized the community hates it. Now, what we don't know is if they decided that they were gonna take it out, or if they were just gonna deal with it, because Treyarch, they had no choice but just to deal with it and leave it in the game, because they had been developing it for 2 years, and 1 year, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work that I don't think they're just gonna trash. So I think that next year we are going to have jetpacks. Maybe not, but I think that we probably will, and we're just gonna have to stick it out for 1 more year, and then we will have our good old-fashioned boots on the ground. But if Sledgehammer decides to come out with AW2, they just hate us. But back onto the main topic. This was not a video to talk about COD 2016. I just kind of happened to start talking about it because it just had to do with what I was talking about. But I think that the community could be revived, okay? The community could be revived as soon as we get a good game, right? Boots on the ground. MW2 fashion, where the trick shots don't have to be complex. Like, that's a good trick shot on MW2 if you did like a few more spins. Obviously, my sensitivity isn't all the way up, but you get the point, you know. Pistol switches, running mans are good on MW2, and I think that will make it amazing because of the fact that it won't have to be complex to be an amazing shot. We'll bring in a lot more beginners. We'll bring in a lot more beginners into the community, and it will just be great for the community. So if you see what I'm saying, I just think they need to make a good boots on the ground, no nonsense about running. What am I trying to say here? So in conclusion, what I'm trying to say is, no, the trick-shotting community is not dead. It's not thriving at all, by all means, but it's not dead. The COD community is not dead, and one of the reasons I think everyone's thinking the COD community is dead is all these big teams, FaZe, most people in FaZe are getting away from clips and just going into personality videos. Like FaZe channel, they're not posting montages as much. And don't get me wrong, they're still posting montages, but that's the thing, it's not as common, and it's kind of ruining the community in a way, because Tommy basically confirmed they're not going to be they're not prioritizing Ilkham's 50. He said, it is what it is, there's more important things to do, which, it's just, I don't understand why they get rid of one of the biggest things that made their channel what it is today. If they didn't have Ilkhams, they would probably not have 3 mil subs, and they gained like 1.5 million of those subs off of nothing besides shots. And that's what those 1 million subs wanted, shots. And it's not that like I only care about shots, like no, I like the personality. The personality's great. I watch FaZe Rain's vlogs like every single day, and I love him, no pun intended on FaZe Adapts, but I love it, right? And it's not that, it's just, these were the days, man, just watching montages and just getting so hyped to go hit clips. And nowadays, it's like, you hit something and it doesn't even matter anymore. Even on BO3, they made it hard as crap to hit. It's just, man, I do not like the trick shotting on BO3. Okay, I think they made it ridiculously bad no-scope accuracy. You could sit there with the bot standing where that tree is, shoot like look, you could do that on BO3 100 times and probably hit the kid 10. Like, it's ridiculous how bad it actually is. And you don't have to believe me on that it's complete garbage no-scope accuracy. You can go ahead and hop into a private match and see for yourself. Just setting bots up, like 18 of them, and just setting them like right at there and just shooting and seeing how long it takes you to hit one. But thank you guys for watching. It's been Enjoy Ocean or River here. Peace.